used to get my jewelry out the mall. I ain't gon' fake nothing. Stomach rumbling, couldn't even eat until a plate come. Lil' messy bitch, act like she pregnant, that just some pre-cum. Came up cause I stayed down, treat the trap like a playground. Safe to say
That's all it be about for real, man. Family. You know what I mean? People hide this shit. You know what I mean? I embrace this shit, you feel me? Cause when you turn around, that's all they got, you know what I mean? Ain't all those people that gonna be there, you feel me? Like, I could've went on the block, I could've went and kicked it with my niggas, I could've did anything that made y'all believe what the fuck y'all wanna believe, but this me on the daily.
Back just like a Mitch Ness. I bought a pound just to smoke this shit, but I'ma sell it rest. So much bullshit going on, I had to hit refresh. I dropped some money around my road, dog, I put them to the test. I feel like there's brand in the room when I'm
Sleaze CV. Sleaze on the motherfucking ones. Into
I want to ask you though, like, what actually inspired you, like, literally to rap? Like, to just actually want to make music and do what you're doing today?
shit, not having shit, you know what I mean? Like, trying to change the generation, encouraging my people shit, you know what I mean? Like, that what really drove me, you know what I mean? Like, and, you know, the naysayers, you know what I mean? People that thinking that you can't, you know what I mean? Like, that's the same shit that drive me to this day too, you feel me? Like, but more the story, you know what I mean? My family, like, trying to change that generation, encourage, give us something we didn't have before, you know what I mean? Like, that what really drove me, you know what I mean? Death too, you know what I mean? Like, seeing people die, you know what I mean? Like, understanding that, like, that ain't the road that I want for me, you know what I mean? I done walked a long jank, you know what I mean? But I felt like this jank is a little bit more realization in it, you know what I mean? You can be able to goddamn really father from this jank, really gather, you can really get something from it. So I feel like that what really drove me for real. Change the generation of curse for sure.
That's real shit. Hey yo, you know I gotta ask. You gotta share the story behind your rap name. Everybody gotta, like, what's your origin behind your rap name and the whole meaning of it?
That was like my first tattoo, you feel me? So I jive only went by that joint, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like different for me for real, because my nigga that died, Rump, he gave me the name for real. Like, back in the day when Keezy came out and shit like that, nigga ain't really had no name for me for real. So I guess Keith ran with Keezy, like, you know what I mean? And then to the day, I still get a lot of backlash from niggas that done already named themselves that shit. But if you got the name, they stand on it, you know what I mean? For real, it's a different meaning for me, so I'ma always stand on it. But Keezy definitely been one. That was my first tattoo, you know what I mean? Like, that was my little, you know what I mean? My introduction to the rap shit for real. Like, it ain't Keith no more, it's Keezy. Like, you know what I mean? Real swag shit, like.
So you got a unique rap style, like, you know what I mean? Like, so how do you see your rap, you know, style fitting in with today's genre?
Shit, it's what's going on, you know what I mean? If you ever came from something, you gonna feel where I'm coming from and feel what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? But I feel like with fitting in, it's like, it's what's going on today, you know what I mean? Like, if you really listen, it's probably a little bit ahead of a lot of niggas, you know what I mean? Because it ain't what niggas talking about, the drill rap and none of that shit. It's like real life shit type shit, you know what I mean? And where a nigga fit and today, you know what I mean? I feel like if you really listen to it, shit, I feel like I'm bigger than whole Nas, one of them niggas, you know what I mean? Just with how I break it down, how I get it to you, you just gotta listen, you gotta open your ears, for sure.
With that being said, like, what type of, like, message do you aim to reach, you know what I'm saying, people with through your lyrics?
For real, I feel like I want to grab the people that been overlooked, you know, their whole life, you know what I mean? I can't really say count it out. Everybody gonna have their chance, right? But basically overlooked, you know what I mean? Like, we can dance around a lot of people and it be that person the whole time, you know what I mean? And for a lot of shit, like for what I'm standing on, for real, it's like, you know, principles and morals and shit like that, you know what I mean? like a lot of people how this shit missed and confused, you know what I mean? Cause I don't show my real life, but you know, I feel like that's basically what it is, you know what I mean? Principal Moores, you know what I mean? I got a whole lot of other shit that I can be able to articulate on, you know what I mean? But that's for another day.
Are there any specific artists or genres outside of rap that actually influence you and influence what you do?
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, shit, man. Today or like back in the day, you know what I mean? Yeah, you okay? My sister. But to the ones that influence me, like I can't really, I don't know, you know what I mean? I really feel like, oh shit, like Jigga definitely, like I feel like Jay-Z for sure, you know what I mean? If you can understand what his motive was and what he was talking about, you know what I mean, how he broke it down, you know what I mean, how he made you go sit in the room for 2-3 days to break down one bar, you know what I mean? Definitely the biggest inspiration for sure, you know what I mean? Like today, got your little babies, you know what I mean? Futures, you know what I mean? Bag, I feel like I fuck with Bag, you know what I mean? I fuck with Bag because he in his own element, you know what I mean? And he get a lot of hate, you know what I mean? And people can see the shit, evidently, you know what I mean? But a nigga stand firm into what he got going on and loving what he love on, you know what I mean? Not letting niggas knock him off his tools, you know what I mean? Shit, man, Babyface. Like, I like Detroit shit. I like, you know what I mean? I like wavy shit for real, like. But them, just to name a few for sure. You know what I mean? I be motivated when I watch time in on their page and shit like that. You know
Speaking
what I mean?
of actually people like them, can you discuss any challenges or anything that you have maybe faced in the music industry since you've been on your journey and how you've overcome them, whether it was, you know, industry or industries, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
If you care to talk about it.
You know what I mean? Both in the streets, man, you gotta endure what come with this shit, especially if you don't know how to put everything in one pot, right? So, you know what I mean? I'm in both of them bitches. So it's like at that time, you know what I mean, I ran into a counter where it kind of slowed up the rap process, you know what I mean, money-wise for sure, you know what I mean? And then just being motivated just to be able to put this shit back on your back. So yeah, I ran, you know, like I do that shit, and it's like when you going through them type of situations, that's like, you know, adversity build character. So it's like, you know, that shit ain't make me nothing but bigger and better, for real. And then the industry, it's like blowing money, you know what I mean, blowing thousands of dollars, you know what I mean, like not seeing nothing come back from the shit, you know what I mean, investing in niggas, not seeing nothing come back from the shit, just, and you know, that's another chip where you could just be like, you know, you swinging, man, you feel me, like you keep swinging, and you feel like, you know what I mean, that you tapping out in the first and second round, but you know, this 10 rounds, so I'm still here, you know what I mean, I'm still doing the same shit, and I'm just doing a little bit smarter, understanding the business side for sure, for other industry for sure.
I mean, how much of a role does musical, cultural, and social issues play a role in your music?
Oh shit, big. My fans, the people that support me, is the biggest thing to me, you know what I mean? Like, it's just on me staying consistent so I can be able to keep giving them something that he can, you know what I mean, keep screaming and shouting about. But that shit is the biggest thing that we, you know what I mean, for sure, you know what I mean. One person equal two equals three, you know what I mean. So anybody that support my shit, I definitely salute it for sure. You know what I mean. The fans is the biggest thing, for sure. See, a supporter, your support system, you know what I mean. No matter who it is, you know what I mean. If they clicking that link or even they goddamn downloading, if they posting and shit, I salute this shit because y'all, you know what I mean. Y'all who I really do it for, so I salute that shit. For sure.
Are there any particular artists that you would like to collaborate with in the future, or like for a project or anything, while you're on your way?
Right now, you know what I mean? A lot of shit just be, you know, it depends on what mode I am. I mean, you know what I mean? Why I say that is like, you know, do I have a person that I know, you know what I mean, that I want to go work with? Nah, you know what I mean? But understanding it, like, there's a lot of good niggas in the city. You talking about the city, or are you talking about just in particular?
Just in city, in particular, overall.
Shit, in particular overall, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that I can see me, you know what I mean, excelling under, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to the music, you know what I mean? Damn, boy, there's a lot of people that I feel like I can excel under, you know what I mean? Like, that's just with the wave and what's going on to the next thing, you know what I mean? People that I named before, you feel me? Everybody that I named that, you know what I mean? That I feel like that's popping right now, low key, you know what I mean? I feel like I be able to, you know what I mean, be able to work my way in with them people. But as far as working with people, I'm really a closed off person, you know what I mean? I stay to myself, you know what I mean? I like to write by myself. I don't like nobody in the room, you know what I mean? So I be feeling like shit, you know, nigga need to want to come work with me. You ready? You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you feel like your journey as a rap artist has evolved since you started, and what lessons have you learned along the way?
Trust nobody. You know what I mean? Trust nobody. You know what I mean? Do this shit for yourself and your family. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? Sums it up. For sure.
If you have any, can you share a memorable moment or highlight so far in your career, or
highlights? Yeah, I had a couple, you know what I mean, like where I watched and it's, you know what I mean, and was inspired, and I was actually like, I spent the money to be able to put myself in that mix too, you know what I mean, like watching Head First, you know what I mean, go as big as Future at the Landmark. I don't think nothing bigger in the city, you know what I mean, to this day, you know what I mean, inspired. Then, you know, making my own move, like doing the QC performance, you know, like for the building and development with Too Official, you know what I mean, knocking that Jane out there, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, being the first, you know what I mean, like, nigga, he make perform the shit twice because the shit was like that, but you know, fucking with him, you know what I mean, it switched my, you know what I mean, my momentum to a lot of shit, you feel me? So I really took it a little bit serious. I was playing at the time, you know what I mean, just blowing a lot of money, for real, blowing a lot of money. I wasn't really serious, you know what I mean? And goddamn, that basically what it was, you know what I mean? That was like the highlight, you know what I mean, like fucking with Too Official, you know what I mean? I went down to Miami. I did 2 shows in Opalaka, you know what I mean? I had plenty of people from Wyclef to Baby DJ. I had plenty of people there at that time, you know what I mean? A couple people pushed up on me and let me know what it was, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I needed to change my scenery and change where I was at, you know what I mean? Like, I got a lot out of that, you feel me? But where I'm at right now, you feel me? I feel like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's 2 things that I can weigh on for sure.
Definitely. How do you see the role of hip-hop and rap music evolving in society today? And as far as for you also.
You said what now?
How do you see the role of rap music evolving in today's society in the future?
I feel like for the people that's like, I don't know, you know, I'm on a wave right now where you ain't really gotta talk too much for a person to hear you, you know what I mean? So I feel like the Drakes of the world and a lot of motherfuckers that make you listen to their music, you know what I mean? That's where you really want to be at, right? And how that lane evolved to me today, I feel like that shit it speak for itself. You will be listening to this music 10 to 20 years from now. You know what I mean? And that's where I want to be. You know what I mean? That's where I see myself going. You know what I mean? So I feel like if that's a lane for sure. You know what I mean? Like the babies of the world. You got a lot of niggas that's preaching to you, and you just gotta open your ears for sure.
How do you balance your personal life with the demands of being an artist, and what comes with having to actually do certain things just to be, an artist? How do you separate it? Because
How do I separate myself?
Yeah, your personal life.
I separate my personal life where when we at home, I can goddamn make sure he go to personal training. I can make sure he go do what he supposed to do in school. Make sure he goddamn get to his games. Making sure he goddamn doing what he supposed to do and growing into a young man. That's the personal life. You gotta understand that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So you gotta be able to balance this shit out with that and to making your music and finding your time for music and things like that. And I feel like I'm at common grounds with it. You know what I mean? Like I can sit in the room and write two, three fucking songs right now and still get up in the morning and take them to practice or take them to school. So I feel like I'm at common grounds with it. I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's basically how I balance my shit out and keep me thriving as well. Family as well. Shit that's going on. You know what I mean? Like shit that need to be done. You know what I mean? So that shit keep me motivated as well.
What advice would you give to aspiring rap artists and up and coming entrepreneurs in general?
Go to school, finish school. Like finish school. Like if you gonna do it, learn and go to school. You know what I mean? Learn and do that shit and go to school. Like me personally, however foot that you know what I mean, you feel like you want to go thrive on, that's your call, but I feel like go to school. Shit, finish school, my nigga. That shit is gonna get you a long way. I promise you. You know what I mean? Toting a gun, that shit cool. Everybody can do that, right? It's hard to go get an education, you know what I mean? And y'all making it look hard, so finish school for sure.
Lastly, what's next and upcoming for the musical journey?
Shit. You got a lot for me, you know what I mean? 224, you know what I mean? 225, 226, all this shit, you know what I mean? Man, for real. We just playing out, you know what I mean? We playing it smooth, we reinventing that shit, you know what I mean? 03, we bring the 3 back, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Chad Nash. Everybody that fell up on the DeterRoad, top of the hill, all the way in the mix of that shit, you know what I mean? We gonna bring that back for the culture, you feel me? And we gonna reinvent this shit. We gonna make it bigger and better. We gonna do bigger shit, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of niggas need to be on the tune for that shit, you know what I mean? And the niggas that fuck with it, gonna fuck with it for sure. Like.
Thanks.
All that pillow talking that you're doing, nigga, you close to a bitch. I'm true to this, and I'm on this shit, and you know this shit. That little flower that you know gon' bloom on some loaded shit. When you on the lick, you ain't wanna go, I sat back, noticed it. I'm trying to rap, I seen so many fall to the logo shit.